So why don't we hit send?
All right. Now, the same way that we were able to find out what everyone liked on that map, we can actually find out what people might be interested in when we send the invitation. So it keeps going. In this case, we're taking a look at a mobile phone. We're adapting the invite to what the phone screen size will do. I think this one's Marco's actually.
Okay.
So you'll see we sent a headshot of you. It sent some information. It sent a basic invitation. But it also included other information.
Yeah.
So not everyone gets the same invitation. It's actually personalized to the person based on the information they shared with Yahoo.
That's great.
It's really useful. I mean, especially around dinner or something like that, you often have to do a little extra convincing to get something to go.
Well, Marco's very picky about his food, so we definitely need to convince him. So mobile is one way to send out these invitations. Let's say my wife is sitting in the hotel and watching TV, and we have the digital TV efforts. How do we send that invitation?
Well, let's take a look. We have someone sign in on their television. They're watching some sort of entertainment. And then
you'll see a message from me.
And again, crafted for the environment, so it wasn't too obtrusive. She opened it. You find all the information that you saw. The basic information was in the other invitation. So you're come join us for dinner, and then the information on the restaurant.
But then there's a customized piece on the bottom.
Yeah, again, this one's Flickr photos. Your wife was part of Flickr. So we sent some Flickr photos, just did one switch in the background, included them, and had Flickr photos that are like the menu and some shots of the restaurant.
Great. Thank goodness she's saying yes, right?
Yeah.
Great. So as we get back to the demo and go back to the front page of our new Yahoo inbox, we noticed that really is one thing that we're trying to do is really create a very simple, easy to use, understand metaphor to do some fairly complicated things. It's taking advantage of the social networks, it's taking advantage of connections, it's taking advantage of a lot of structured data, it's taking advantage of a lot of tags and data that's out there that's been submitted by all of our users into a fairly seamless experience. And these are the things that I think we can be doing more of as we go forward. I noticed that in our updates, we got an alert from Evite's status in the updates of our dinner plan. So it looks like everybody has said yes.
Almost everybody.
Oh, okay.
It looks like David said he's going to May 10th.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he's the one that started all this, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so why don't we click on David and send him a message?
All right, so when we click on him, actually, we can see that we do email, we can call him. We'll send him an IM since he's online. Okay, still being mysterious.
Oh, great. Hang on, I'll be right there. What does that mean? We're in the middle of a speech.
Okay. We'll see.
We'll have to deal with him later.
At least there's hope. He might still make it to the restaurant.
Okay. So as we wrap up the demo, I wanted to first of all thank Paul, but also mention that this is something that obviously is trying to illustrate that the web, as we go forward, is not only about information, entertainment, and commerce, but also really about complicated collaboration and getting stuff done with people. And one of the elements that I think is really exciting about Yahoo is the fact that we possess so much of the basic tools and so much of the basic technology that enables us to solve some pretty complicated problems in your life. The goal here is to do it in a very, very simple interface. So Paul, thank you very much for doing that.
Thank you.
Before we wrap up, and I actually see David is waiting off stage here, so why don't you come on in and let's say welcome to David Filer, co-founder of Yahoo. I told David that he can't let me do the CES keynote alone, so here we are. But David, what did you think of the vision demo that we just did?
Well, Jared, I thought the demo was very interesting. I thought that it provided a glimpse into what you can expect from Yahoo going forward, and how we're going to be using many of the Yahoo services that already exist today. To me, one of the most interesting things, though, was this idea of opening the Yahoo network and the platform so that others can come in and build on top of and innovate on top of. So the idea here is that developers come in and tap into the mass scale at which Yahoo operates today, huge audiences, the rich data sets, reliable infrastructure, and of course those essential services that we're known for, things like mail, search, authentication, etc.
All right. Well, you know, we talk about this as being sort of a concept demo and not really being launched today, but how far is this kind of stuff and how real, you know, how soon can it be real?
Well, the good news is that we're not that far away from a lot of this. I think that some of the basic building blocks you saw in the demo, those are available through APIs and our Yahoo Developer Network today. Another example is the Zimbra mail framework that we have now. That was designed from the ground up really to be an open framework.
Right.
And as we start to roll out those capabilities to the more massive Yahoo Mail audience, we're really going to start to see the power of openness at a mass scale. And finally, you're going to be hearing a lot more, so stay tuned. In the coming months, you'll be hearing a lot more about Yahoo and the platform.
Well, I think what's exciting, obviously, is the scale that we're talking about doing this in, right? This is hundreds of millions of people that are able to take advantage of anything that we do. And that should be something that's very exciting for developers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the scale and complexity, it's one of the big changes that's happened over the years. And again, the idea is that how do we take our experience, the problems that we've solved over the last 13 years, and really allow others to come in and build on top of that. And with that, we're expecting great, new, and exciting experiences that really none of us are thinking of today.
Right. Well, I'm certainly excited, and as you can see, I think the web has come a long way since David and I started Yahoo 13 years ago. But also, we're still trying really hard and making sure that the original goal of making the web simple and making the internet simple is still the goal for Yahoo going forward. And one of the things that we think about as we have complexity and more backends and more platform and more openness is continue to strive for the goal of making the web even simpler. So on the front end, we're going to continue to try to drive even more simplicity. We're going to try to drive home the point that you can come to Yahoo as your starting point and get everything you need done. And it's a pretty exciting future. I hope this demo today from the Vision demo, but also the mobile demos, really gave you all a sense of where we're headed with Yahoo. I'm certainly can't be more excited, and I know David, speak for David on behalf of Yahoo. We're ready to go and showing you what life is going to be like with Yahoo, what we call life with an exclamation point. I want to thank all of you for joining us today, and enjoy your day at CES. Thank you very much.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.